All right, happy Friday, folks. Let's get straight into it. We'll start with commodities as always. Well, gold completed this distribution. It is also failing demand. Sorry. I'm gonna, I'll leave this here just so it shows me that price is failing demand, making it a very clear and visual sign of weakness. Still. Okay, we are now bearish on the 4-hour. Did I just remove that? Okay. We are now bearish on the 4-hour with the break happening right there. Can we look for a retest, pullback, distribution? Absolutely. Oh, you're going to get it? I don't know. I don't think we will. At least not yet. Like I've got this. And then even this has been mitigated on the lower time frame, as we can see. Yeah, so it's all been mitigated, this supply. I will remove that. And yeah, at the moment, there's just not a whole lot that I can work with. So we're just going to have to let price do its thing and be patient. Silver, same thing. This has pretty much completed itself. It was never really a valid model though. 3 hours. Okay, we are now bearish on the 3-hour as well. This being our bearish break. And then we are now also bearish on the 4-hour as well. And are we still bearish on the daily? Probably. Yeah. So very good little topping formation there. Move back into supply. Yeah, so overall we're bearish, although we have. So we are. This is an interesting context because yes, we're bearish. Yes, we are failing this demand, but we're leaving behind some nice buy side liquidity, like really nice buy side liquidity up here. So can that get grabbed? Potentially. Definitely won't count it out of the picture. So I would be just a little cautious there. We've got a demand POI, although it's not the greatest, but it is a demand POI. Other than that, not a whole lot to do for silver just yet. With the main focus of this higher time frame demand POI as well, so that's definitely the main focus. I do think we're going to end up failing this demand and just continue going lower to mitigate the overall higher time frame demand POI. Maybe a retest of there, or we just continue going down. I don't know, but yeah, that is silver for the time being. Nothing locally to really work off, so we will keep the ball rolling. Oil. Push through supply, respected demand. Let's see if this completes itself. It was a valid model 2 actually. Now that I think of it, it was a valid model 2, but maybe there wasn't an entry confirmation. Yeah, you've kind of had to enter here. Like even on the 5-minute, this was our 5-minute high. Yeah, to be fair, it is a valid POI and it's a valid model 2 because we just never broke structure. So we mitigated this demand POI, but then we never broke structure from here to here. So there was no reason to enter right after this third tap. The correct entry would have been after the break of structure here. So very much a valid entry if you took it. I did not take it. When was the actual break of structure, I might ask? The correct break of structure to take would have been right here. Right here, and you would have had to put your stop loss below this because that's your third tap. And it has left behind some demand as well. Should we ever come back here? Then there might also be this might also be valid supply. I'll have to double check. So yeah, entry occurred today at 1:30. Okay, not valid demand. It has been mitigated ever so slightly. But you do have a area here which showcases where the true inefficiency remains. I will allow this as a secondary demand POI. But yeah, I do feel like we're going to continue going higher, at least for now. And hourly is still bearish. Just an FYI there, ladies and gents. The hourly is still bearish on oil. 4-hour is still bullish. So yeah, let's see how price develops for now. I'm actually going to move my desk up. Okay, USD JPY. Well, we've mitigated this whole demand POI, which I like. Valid supply POI here. Yeah, valid supply POI. We'll see if we can come back up for the pullback and the mitigation. And then we do have extreme liquidity right here as well. And there is a semi-decent buy-side liquidity curve being left as well, so we can allow a distribution to occur here. On the alley, we are still bullish. On the 2, we are still bullish. And then on the 4, we are bearish. So just be mindful there. That's kind of all I got for USD JPY for now. That is all I've got for USD JPY. Yeah, let's just be patient with this one. USD CHF. I'm not really focused on this range as much. Price action is still bearish. Like, it is a valid distribution model. I just don't think it will end up giving us the correct result just because of the buy side that it's leaving. It's leaving quite a bit of buy side. Yeah, a lot. Let's just see what happens here. I do think this is going to get taken out because we do have quite a bit of heavy supply right above, so I feel like price is going to want to chase that. So let's just be patient and see what happens there. But yeah, contextually, everything else remains the same. Yeah, not a whole lot for me to do at the moment. AUD, USD. Let's focus on the higher time frame at play. We do have this range. It might later on produce something, so I will just mark it for now. So let's see what happens there, but overall, same thing, focus on the higher time frame. We are still bullish on the 1 hour. GBP AUD. Well, it looks like this is failing slowly and slowly. Are we still bullish on the hourly? Yeah, we still are for now. I don't like the price action I'm seeing, so I'm going to have to give this a bit more time. Not a whole lot to work from just yet. So yeah, I'm going to kind of have to be patient here. USD CAD is absolutely failing. Is everything else correct here? Let me just double check. Yeah. Okay, USD CAD. Quite bearish. We're also leaving behind supply. And we have grabbed the... Oh, we touched our market structure low. The closure is going to be very, very important. But for now, we just have to be patient and see if we get that closure. Other than that, not a whole lot to do. I can see a potential range building here. Still waiting on the high time frame moves and our first range deviation. So let's just be patient there. For now, here from a local standpoint, we are still bullish. So just remember that. We're still bullish. We're inside somewhat of a demand POI. Not a whole lot to do just yet. Practice patience. That's about it. GBP USD. I can get. Oh, I will get rid of that supply. Are we still bullish? Bang, broke to bullish. Have not broken back to bearish on the hourly. Yeah, and then the 4 is still bullish. So yeah, we can look for longs. I'm not really seeing much, but I'm seeing a beautiful, beautiful return to zone here for a potential counter move. I will allow something like this. We might even have Asia low unmitigated, and that is correct. All right, we'll check this later down the track for a maybe higher for a counter context move. We'll see. We'll move that towards the top. GBP, JPY. Still got this awkward range, which I'm not too interested in. We are also still bullish. Yeah, just not a whole lot for me to work from here, so I'm going to leave this as is. Euro USD, I think you can see what I'm looking at. I'll need price to immediately start falling back into this range. Otherwise, this will not be valid. Once again, fairly counter context. We are bullish, so just be mindful of that. And yeah, still bullish on the 4 hourly as well. But yeah, let's see if we can get some sort of pullback into the range. Asia low, a beautiful, beautiful liquidity target. Boom. And yeah, I've set my alerts to see if we will get a confirmation or if we won't. NZD CAD, I feel like I looked at that not too long ago. Yeah, still bearish. Still bearish. This is actually a nice range when we might get 8 POI here that we can exploit. Or we might not. This is my extreme. This is my extreme liquidity POI. So we'll see if we can get something there. And then in terms of Asia, there is my Asia low. So yeah, a few potential ranges today. Let's just be patient and see how they play out. Everything else remains the same. AUD CAD. Still bullish. Still bullish, but not the greatest price action. That's how low we've SFP'd it. SFP'd it again. Yeah, depending on how we close here in 23 minutes, then we might be bearish on the hourly. So just be mindful there. And yeah, locally, not a whole lot to work from. Euro GBP. I'm still focused on the higher time frame range at play here. Slight compression as well, which can be seen. We are still bullish, still bearish on the higher time frame. Can we get any accumulation schematics? I feel like we can't. Nah, not really. Just be patient. Just let this higher time frame range play out. Asia low has been taken, which I don't like. Asia high is unmitigated, which will probably get swept soon. GBP NZD has absolutely failed demand. However, as of now, we're just still bullish. That's our hourly low, so we'll see if we can get a closure there. That is GBP NZD. And then AUD CHF is overall still bullish. When the sentiment's like this, I do advise to just look for these continuations. Maybe we get a scalp here, potentially. Although it does still look like market structure for the time being, so Asia low is range low, which I do like. So let's see how this develops. But yeah, I do need price to start coming back into the range. Yeah, based on the lower time, based on pretty much most of the context, this is just going to continue going higher. Like, look how well it's expanding. So I don't think there's going to be a topping formation just yet. There could be locally, but let's just wait and see our confirmations. But you know what? I will move this towards the top for now. And yeah, that is it for today, guys. I've kept it short and sweet. In terms of commodities, not a whole lot going on. If anything, oil, maybe you might get a retracement, a slight pullback. I wouldn't be counting on it. I think this is just going to continue going higher to range high. And then when it comes to Forex, we've got USD JPY, we're currently monitoring, GBP USD currently monitoring, Euro USD. I feel like this is going to get invalid and we're just going to continue pushing higher. And then we have USD CHF. Just wait for it to mitigate this high time frame supply zone, which I do think it's going to mitigate. AUD CHF. Just be a bit patient here, and then yeah, AUD USD already. I think this is going to fail as well, and we're just going to continue climbing higher. But we do have a high time frame model at play here, which we have discussed. Yeah, that is it for today, guys. Thank you for listening, for viewing, subscribe if you have made it this far, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Woos.